Welcome to today's episode of Tech Insights, where we dive into the innovative world of programming frameworks. I'm your host, and today we're unpacking a fascinating framework called Pledge, a game changer in the realm of reactive programming for Swift. You know, as developers, we often find ourselves wrestling with state management and event propagation, right? Well, Pledge aims to simplify those struggles. It's designed to help developers create elegant solutions to everyday problems without getting bogged down by overly complex concepts or operators. So let's set the stage. Picture a framework that allows you to create observable values. These are like special notifications that alert you when something changes. That's essentially what Pledge does, harnessing the observer pattern that has been a staple in programming for decades. One of the standout features is its thread-safe implementation. Imagine you're working on an app and multiple threads are trying to access or modify your data at once. It can get messy fast. But with Pledge, you can ensure that these interactions are safe, which is a huge relief for any developer. And then there's the aspect of priority-based notifications. You can customize delivery queues so that important updates get pushed to the front of the line. It's like having a VIP lane for the critical changes in your app state. Pretty neat, right? Let's not forget about batch updates. Pledge allows you to queue up changes and send them out as a single notification. Think of it as wrapping several updates into one package. This can be super useful for performance optimization, reducing the number of times your app needs to redraw the interface. Now, while we're on the topic of performance, have you ever encountered that frustrating moment when a user types in a search query and the app fires off an API request for every keystroke? With Pledge, you can implement throttling and debouncing. Throttling ensures you're only sending out a request after a specified time has passed, while debouncing waits for the user to stop typing before firing off a request. This could save you tons of unnecessary network calls. Pledge also introduces some really engaging functional operators like map, filter, and flat map. For example, say you're fetching a user's details based on their ID. You can use flat map to transform that observable, chaining it into a new observable that provides user data seamlessly. But what might really intrigue you is the PL Global Store, a centralized repository for observables. It's like having a shared workspace where all your important data lives. You can easily manage state across your app from one place. Need the user's name or the counter for a display? Just grab it from the store. As we're speaking about practical applications, let's touch on a cool usage example: form validation. You could have observables for both the username and password fields. Using Pledge, you can dynamically check if the inputs are valid and enable or disable the submit button accordingly. It's a practical way to enhance user experience without overwhelming the app. So to wrap things up, Pledge seems to strike this great balance between power and simplicity. By providing robust tools for managing state and observables, it takes some of the pain out of reactive programming in Swift. Before we sign off, I'd love to leave you with this thought. How could a framework like Pledge change the way you approach app development? It might just be the key to creating more responsive, efficient, and user-friendly applications. Thanks for joining me today on Tech Insights. If you found this episode helpful, make sure to tune in next week as we explore the fascinating world of artificial intelligence in software development. Until then, keep coding.